Hey you guys, this is your girl Disparate Amelia back again with another video haul. I hope you all have had a blessed week and found multiple things to be grateful for. What's up, y'all? As you can see by the title, I am here to talk about how I read my Bible for 365 days. The Bible app, that is. I'm gonna tell you guys how I did it, why I did it, and I guess my plans going forward. Let's start with the why. I really should make a video on my journey as a Christian. Christianity has always been a part of my family. Just knowing God, my family has always had a very strong connection with that since I was very small. So I was always connected to God in some way or another, but I really wanted to make my connection or relationship with God very personal. I wanted it to be because I love God, because I know God. This is why I worship God. So when I was 16, I was really involved with my home church at the time. I was on the praise and worship team. I was a praise and worship leader at one point when I was 16. And I was just really in depth and in conversation with God. I'm really giving y'all my whole story right now, to be honest. I wanted to know if I get baptized that I would be doing it for myself and that I would be doing it because of my strong love and passion for God. So I worked towards my relationship with God, not based on my parents' relationship, not based on my family's relationship, just because I knew that when the family is gone, when the parents is gone, how is that gonna look for me to have a conversation with God? I really wanted it to be important that I made the choice to get baptized at that age. So when I got baptized, well, that's a whole nother story. We could save that piece for later. But that's basically where my in-depth relationship with God started, when I was 16. Imagine a junior in high school doing all the things that I was doing in high school, but that's a whole nother story. I am now 23, if you guys do not know. My relationship with God has definitely increased. It's changed over the years. I've learned a lot more about myself through God, through who he calls me, through how we talk together, and it's definitely changed how I view the world, how I speak to other people, how I go about my things on a daily basis. So last year I was really in a rough and tough spot in my life. Last year to yesterday, July 21st, would have been day 365, but I was in a really tough space in my life where I really just wanted to reconnect with God. Not that I didn't feel like my connection wasn't there already, but I was just graduating college. It wasn't going as planned as how I thought it was going to go, and I really just wanted to get closer to God for guidance, for help, because I was feeling very lost. I could say, oh, it was a goal to hit 365 days, but it really was not. I just really found myself getting lost in different devotionals and different plans, because you have to go back for the plan like every single day and it'll tell you if you miss a day. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go and read these different plans, and I realized that I was at like 100 and something, and I'm like, whoa, I've been on this for a long time. I think the largest streak I've ever had before 365 was like 83 days, consecutive days, going into the Bible app. I watched Transformation Church on YouTube, and I know one of the sermons, I can't remember which one, Pastor Michael Todd was basically saying that we should at least get some semblance of the word at least 5 times a day. And I'm like, 5 times a day? 5 times a day? That's a lot for me at the time. And he's like, even a little verse of the day, that's one time that you have an encounter with God through the word. I'm like, okay, if I read the verse of the day every day, then I'm having one kind of encounter with God. I can do it, you know, through other things, through prayer, through actually reading, watching a sermon, any other thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a commitment to at least read the verse of the day every single day. And it kind of turned into a habit, you know, after 100 and some days it's gonna be habitual. And then I realized that, you know, around day 300 and whatever, that, oh my gosh, I almost reached a year. So I I think after I saw the 300, I made it a goal to get to 365 because I was already almost there anyway. So why not reach 365? How I did it, like I said, I read the verse of the day every single day, and I tried not to make it a thing where like, oh, I'm gonna lose my streak. It was more about, oh, I didn't intake the word today, or oh, I did not spend time with God today. Not that that would ever happen, because I pray every time I wake up or anytime I go to bed, so that's time with God. But time in the word, you know, it would more so be like, oh, I didn't read today, I didn't get a word today, even if it's not even a devotional, because I don't read devotionals every single day, but I do at least pick the verse. They have a new thing now. They have their stories for the day, which is extra super helpful. I think they started that like somewhere around the top of this year, but they have different pastors and people come and speak about the verse of the day, which is really cool. And then they ask you how you're feeling throughout the day, which helps you pick a devotional, which goes into more reading and more connection with God. So I really appreciated that. Doing this for 365 days, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about God. Why am I getting emotional? I'm always getting emotional for no reason. But I've learned a lot about God. I rely on him a lot more than I used to. Before anything else, I go to him. If I'm feeling any kind of way, I go to him. If I have a question that I'm not sure how to answer it, or if I have a pathway and I'm not sure which way to go, I go to God first. So it's definitely helped me in that regard. I feel like my connection has gotten stronger, and it can only get stronger from here. That was my story, guys. I'm wearing this sweater. You probably can't even see it. It's probably not even in frame. It says, God didn't bring you this far to only come this far. Yeah, he did not bring me this far, 366 days now, to only bring me this far. So I'm gonna continue to read this Bible app. I'm not gonna be a stickler on if I miss a day or whatever, but I shouldn't miss a day because of that hunger I have for God's word. That's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below if you want me to talk about more things like this, my relationship with God, because it's very important to me. My story of getting baptized, because that's real interesting. Please comment down below. Remember to like this video, share it with all your fellow peeps, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.